So yep, you've guessed it, Dentside Depot has saved another one now. Let's tell you about this truck and then get into why I saved it, because obviously it is a total wreck. This is a 1979 F-250. It is mint and Wimbledon white, which is an important factor which we will discuss. But the biggest factor with this truck is what you see right here on the placard. It is 8,400 pounds, which means it has the snow fighter, the snow plow package front axle, and I've already Marty reported this truck, and yes, this is a snow plow package truck. It's legitimate. This is a one owner truck and legitimately only has 66,000 miles. Now, why is this important? Well, in Pennsylvania, you can get lucky and you can get a good frame and a bad body. And in this instance, we got a good frame and we got a bad body. And you've probably recognized the color from one of my other trucks, giving you a little bit of a hint of what's going to happen here. And you can see we have a little bit of pitting, but overall for a northeast frame, this is absolutely as good as you are going to get. So obviously the body is totally trashed. I have no interest in keeping the body. The body's going to go very quickly. Maybe this glass is good, the front glass and some wires, but besides that, we're not keeping anything from the body. I'm not even going to bother with it. It's all just going to go. So let's talk about this truck, talk about the Marty report, what makes it special. First of all, it's a snow plow prep package truck. Now, believe it or not, there were less snow plow prep trucks in 1979 than there were F-350 4x4. So this is rarer than an F-350 4x4. I'm not saying it's more desirable. I'm just saying it's rare, and they are essentially the same truck. Now, we have some cool options like the bed tie down. It has the light group on it. It has convenience group. It's an air conditioning truck. Obviously, Dana 60 4x4, all of that. But one of the biggest things with this truck, and I'm treading carefully here because there is a giant wasp nest hiding under this bush, which I was hoping not to get, but I did. I'm trying not to get stung by bees here. Okay, so hiding behind the seat, and you know what? We got to go to the other side. Go around here. We'll talk about the engine in a second. Okay, now the best option on this truck, besides the snow fighter, is the CB radio. Now, we have already pulled the CB radio out of this truck. You can see the holes. So what happened with this truck was, my good buddy Steve was junking a Camry, and I kid you not, where the guy wanted the Camry put in the yard was literally right next to this truck. So he saw it and didn't think anything of it because there wasn't a front axle in it. Just figured it was a two-wheel drive truck, and then was like, oh, you know what, I'll just look really quick. Pulled the back seat, found the CB radio setup, pulled that out of the truck. Then I was like, oh, I'll take a second, look at the placard, and realized it was a snow fighter, and then told me about it. And the biggest thing for me is, this is a light jade green truck. Now, you know about my Junior Mint truck, and that is also a snow fighter truck that is on a dark jade snow fighter chassis. So I think what's going to end up happening is, because I was going to be redoing Junior Mint anyway because it's having some major leaking issues, is I think what I'm going to do is pull Junior Mint off that chassis, and I think it's going to go on this chassis with some powertrain upgrades. 400, we'll put air conditioning in Junior Mint. This truck's also an automatic, so that'll match what Junior Mint has in it. And the other cool thing about Junior Mint is that two-wheel drive truck that I used for the body is a Norfolk build. And this 4x4 is a Norfolk build that was delivered to Philadelphia, which is unusual. So the buck tag location and all the plant-specific things that you would see from Norfolk would apply to this truck. So it's really a perfect match. You can see we also have the cab lights, tinted glass. All of that is on the Marty report. Dark jade green interior. You can see the light group option there. So I know it looks like a total wreck, and there's no doubt it is a total wreck, but it's not going to be a total wreck for long, because the most important part is the frame and the title, and that I have, and the rest, the body, that can go, no issue. So this truck definitely has some really bad rust body qualities on it. As you can see, I mean, look at this tailgate. This tailgate, you don't get tailgates as bad as this. I mean, this thing is done. You know, it is totally done. I mean, everything on this truck is just totally smoked. But like I said, none of that matters. Be curious to see what the bed floor looks like once we get the liner out of it. But none of that matters because the part that we really need, we're going to keep. Also, coincidentally, is a single tank truck, which is what Junior Mint's body is. I'll have the correct seat for, like, literally everything for Junior Mint is perfect for this truck, except it doesn't have the bed tie downs. I'll have to add the marker lights, and I'll have to convert the cab to air conditioning, which isn't a big deal. We can easily accomplish that. But really, I think it's going to work out perfect. This will definitely be, I will probably announce this truck as a 2027 build here within the next few months. I probably already have the powertrain lined up and ready to go in it. So I don't think it'll be a very involved restoration. It'll be curious to see if there's anything at all that we can save from this truck. Now, we don't have any other super options besides CB radio. I'd call CB radio a super option. We don't have trailer special, we don't have camper special, we don't have front push bar or fog light, which are the other big ones that I look for. And this was not a dual battery truck either, but it is a cruise control truck. That is one option. It is cruise control and air conditioning. So it's definitely a really well optioned truck for sure. I'm looking at the wiring harness. It looks like that is probably salvageable. Even the inner fenders look good. I'll be able to use those inner fenders. You know, that's indicative of a low mileage truck that just the body sat and got all rotted out, but everything else is good. I'm interested to see if the engine's going to turn over, but we got a good MP205 in it, I would assume. And pretty much everything else is going to go off to trash, or maybe I'll just sell the whole body on Facebook Marketplace. I don't know, but it's going to be going very quick. Oh, look at that. We have the lighted under hood option. That's pretty cool with the Mercury switch. Pretty neat, but I was not planning on buying another truck in 2026, but the price and the location was too good, so I had to do it, of course. And I definitely wanted to save this truck because I think it deserves to be saved. And the funny thing is, this truck was literally going to the scrapyard, and I can't blame the person that was doing it to send it to the scrapyard, but it was literally going to the scrapyard, and I begged him. I said, don't send it to the scrapper, just sell me the truck with the title and I'll rehome it. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give it a nice new home with me at Dentside Depot, and it'll be saved. Another local rare heavy duty 4x4. We'll call it Future Junior Mint. So what we do here at Dentside Depot is we save only the best, and this is one of the best. So with that being said, remember to like and subscribe and keep restoring those classic trucks.